Europe is sitting on a financial weapon unlike anything in modern history. 140 billion euros of frozen Russian state assets locked inside Belgium's financial system. It is money Russia cannot touch. It is money Ukraine desperately needs. And it is money that could reshape Europe's political landscape for years. But here is the problem. The key to this vault sits in Belgium. And Belgium is terrified of being left alone, holding the consequences. To understand the crisis, you need to understand what these assets are. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, the European Union froze the Russian central bank's money inside its clearinghouses. Most of those assets ended up in Belgium because that is where Euroclear, the massive financial settlement system, is headquartered. Euroclear became the accidental guardian of Russia's wealth. It did not ask for this role. It did not volunteer. It simply happened because that is how Europe's financial plumbing works. Now, Europe wants to use the interest generated by those assets to fund a giant loan for Ukraine. And from the outside, it looks simple. The money is frozen. It is passive. It is already producing billions in profits each year. Why not use it to keep Ukraine fighting until the end of the war? But Belgium is the one holding the vault. And Belgium knows that if Russia decides to attack the plan legally, the lawsuit will land on Belgian soil first. Russia will not sue Italy or Austria or Portugal. It will sue Belgium because that is where the money sits. Belgian courts will be the battlefield. Belgian taxpayers might be the collateral damage. This is why Prime Minister Bart de Wever is asking for something extreme. He wants every EU government to sign a guarantee that has no limit, a guarantee with no ceiling, no expiration date, and no maximum amount. A guarantee that says, if Russia wins a lawsuit and Belgium must pay compensation, every other EU country will help cover the cost. Immediately, within days. It is an insurance policy written in the largest possible font, and Europe has refused. Countries like Germany, Sweden, Poland, and France are asking a simple question. If the legal risk is truly small, why should we sign an unlimited guarantee? And if the legal risk is not small, why should we take responsibility for Belgium's vulnerability? These governments are facing economic pressure at home, inflation, defense spending, budget cuts. They cannot explain to their voters why they signed a document that could one day cost billions. And there is an even deeper fear. If they give Belgium an unlimited guarantee today, another country may demand the same tomorrow. It creates a precedent inside the European Union that frightens governments. A precedent of limitless collective liability. This is why diplomats call Belgium's request a blank check. It is not the amount that scares them. It is the principle. Belgium, however, believes it is unfair to carry this risk alone. Brussels says it is holding these assets for the entire continent. Europe froze them together, so Europe should protect Belgium together. Belgian officials say the legal danger is real. Russia has already instructed lawyers to explore ways to challenge the scheme. They fear targeted retaliation by Moscow. They fear expensive international arbitration. They fear being dragged into lawsuits that could last 10 years after the war ends. The irony is brutal. Belgium is the country with NATO headquarters. Belgium is the administrative centre of the European Union. And Belgium is the one that could face Russia's legal warfare first. The European Commission is trying to calm the situation. Ursula von der Leyen insists the plan is legally sound. She says the bloc will formally present the legal structure in December, just before Ukraine runs out of money in April. But privately, the Commission knows the political risk is real. They are racing to finish a text that is strong enough to survive Russian challenges in every court imaginable. And here is the ticking clock. If Europe does not agree before April, Ukraine will be forced to slash government spending during wartime. Soldiers' salaries, infrastructure repairs, electricity networks. Everything becomes uncertain. That is why the Commission is desperate to finalise the loan plan now. But Belgium's demand has frozen the negotiations. If the bloc fails to find a compromise, The only alternative is to issue new EU debt. And that idea terrifies many countries. They fear the political backlash at home. They fear Hungary vetoing it. They fear Germany's constitutional court blocking it. They fear another fight over who pays the bill for Europe's crises. So what will happen next? Scenario 1, the best case. Belgium accepts a limited guarantee, not infinite but large enough to calm its fears. Europe unlocks the money. Ukraine gets the funding it needs to survive another year of war. Russia complains but cannot stop it. Scenario 2. Belgium refuses to move. The summit in December collapses. Europe enters a new crisis, forced to consider issuing fresh debt or scrambling for alternative funding. Ukraine's budget slips into danger by spring. Scenario 3, the dangerous one. Europe delays and Russia interprets the hesitation as a sign of weakness. Moscow sees Europe arguing with itself and concludes that sanctions fatigue is growing. That would embolden the Kremlin, not weaken it. This fight is about more than Belgian fear or Russian assets. It is about whether Europe can act like a geopolitical power or whether it will remain a union of hesitant states weighing national risks before collective action. Belgium has the vault. Europe has the responsibility, and the next few weeks will determine whether the continent unlocks the money or watches Ukraine struggle because of political paralysis. If Europe wants to matter in the world, this is the moment it must prove it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.